I'm Paul Conix. This short video will introduce the new high-tech equipment being installed in Toronto community housing garbage rooms. It also demonstrates the operating procedures that will allow you to get the most out of the equipment. Early in 2010, Toronto Community Housing launched the Comactor upgrade program. By the early 2012, all our garbage compactor systems from the garbage chute to the pickup area will be upgraded. Most compactors will be replaced with more powerful, more efficient compactors and better garbage bins and equipment. The Compactor upgrade program will not only save Toronto Community Housing millions of dollars every year in haulage costs, but it will improve working conditions as well. Senior Superintendent Rob Kalea introduces the brains of the new compactor.
Okay, what we have here is basically the main control panel of the compactor. If you notice on top there's a little antenna, and here's what it's used for is when the compactor gets full, it'll send a signal to our, if you have a BlackBerry or a cell phone, it'll send a text to it to say that the compactor is full, or if there's any kind of problem, if there's the photocell is plugged or dirty, it'll tell you. This thing will start flashing when it's 100% full. You have your on, you can manually start the compactor from here, and even if you have to do an emergency stop, you could stop it from here. There's an on and off switch also to kill the power. So basically it's a smart, there's a little computer in there, it's like a smart compactor.
Each new compactor has its own computer which sends a wireless message to a central computer whenever there is an issue that requires operator attention. For example, when a bin is fully compacted and ready to be changed, the compactor automatically sends a message to the central computer, which then sends the message to the cell phone of the operator. As Rob is working, he receives a message that the compactor needs attention. Notice that he doesn't have to drop whatever he's doing and go to the garbage room right away. Usually an operator can finish whatever he or she is doing and then attend to the compactor within a reasonable time. Here are the typical messages that compactor operators receive on their phones. When a compactor operator gets a message that the bin is almost full, it gives him or her the opportunity to better plan the day, knowing that the garbage bins must be changed in an hour or two. The notice that the bin is 100% full or fully compacted does not mean that the operator has to drop whatever he or she is doing, but should attend to the bin soon. A change bin now message will appear if the previous notice was sent out and nothing was done within a reasonable time. This notice should always be acted on because the compactor and bin are full and the garbage may start backing up into the chute. Every day at a set time, usually in the afternoon, the compactor will send its latest reading. The compactor operator will decide, based on past experience, whether the bin should be changed before going home for the evening or over a weekend or holiday. The check hopper message tells the operator that something is not clearing the compactor. It is often a large item that bridges the charge box. Sometimes the condition corrects itself, but the compactor should always be checked anyway to avoid a backed up chute. Once the compactor operator gets the message that the bin is full, the bin must be changed.
Okay, what I'm doing now is I'm installing a wheel block on the front of the bin, and we're using this so when we detach the bin from the compactor, the bin will not come out of it as we're doing it, so it'll keep the bin in place for safety. Okay, and what we're doing here now is we have two hold down bars here, as you notice on the bin. The reason we have two hold down bars is so the bin won't bow, the lid on top won't bow. We use this little tool here that we've made up, and this assists in holding down because you'll have high pressures coming up, so this gives you good leverage to hold it down so we can disconnect the bar from the top lid. Just like that. Bar out, and then we can remove. And then we repeat the process on the second bar and do it again. that's how we take the bars off.
Once the hold-down bars are removed, it's good practice to cycle the compactor several times. If the bin has been fully compacted, the lids will rise somewhat as the machine pushes the garbage further into the bin. Then, with the wheel chocks in place, the bin is detached from the compactor. The wheel chocks are removed, and the compactor is run another cycle, which pushes the bin away from the compactor. For safety, the compactor is turned off when the ram is in the forward position.
Okay, once you disconnect the bin from the compactor, then you'll install this cover right on the front. And this is to protect you and if anything gets thrown down the chute as you're working around here. So this is a protection for your safety.
With the older compactors, garbage often spilled out of the bin when it was removed from the compactor. The ram of the new compactors penetrate further into the bin and have a higher compaction, which, when combined with the upgraded bins, greatly reduce garbage fallout.
Once we've removed the bin from the compactor and we've swept up the area, we'll now proceed with washing the floor and washing the compactor. But before we do so, we'll always make sure you disconnect the power and put a garbage bag over any electrical components and the motor to protect it from getting wet.
The best garbage compactor in the world cannot be efficient if it isn't used. Several sites have bins left outside for tenants to put their garbage in. We are trying to eliminate outside garbage bins altogether, but tenants at some sites expect them to be available. If outside walk and toss bins are used, it is important that they are hooked up to the compactor until they are fully compacted. We developed a curtain to keep the garbage collected outside from falling out of the charge door when the bin is attached to the compactor.
Okay, what we have here is the curtain for the walk and toss bin. Basically, we have it mounted. It could be floor mounted, or you can mount this against the wall. What we got to do is you just basically pull, and this has been already perforated. So it's just a matter of finding the line and cutting the sheet off. Okay, what I'm doing now is I'm installing a plastic curtain over the walk and toss bin. I'm gonna drape it over, line it up, cut it, and install. The reason we're doing this for is this is the front of the bin, and as people throw in the garbage, it'll build up, but when we have to attach it to the compactor, it won't, all the garbage won't fall out of it, and it'll be easier to put on. I always line it up. I always grab a broom just to make sure it drapes on the bottom so the garbage will start piling up. Okay, before you reinstall an empty bin to the compactor, you want to make sure you take off the safety device from the front of the ram and place it where you're not going to lose it and find it for the next time you have to change the bin. Okay, now that we've attached the bin to the compactor, we want to secure it with the bar here. So first we're going to hook in, and there's a little switch on this. You want to make sure you have it in the right position so that you're closing it. Then you just ratchet it until it tightens. Now that it's engaged, you want to disengage the button so it's ready to be removed for the next time you have to change the bin. Now, when we're putting the bar back on, we have a flat side that goes under the loop. Slide it up. Put it in. This hook goes into here. And you lock it into place. And that's one down. Grab the next one. Help guide it in.